Arise, shrink, the journey is too great for you. When I look at my problems and challenges, they appear too big for me to handle. But then, when I look at my God, the problem becomes so thin that they eventually become invincible and gradually vanish. Lay your problems side by side with God. Your problems are big, no doubt, but your God is bigger. Lay your problems beside God. When the champion of the Philistines came, he shouted, "Bring your best warrior, Israel." Everyone was scared. Israel as a nation, the people of God, suddenly lost their voice. They were scared, but it's not just the fear we are talking about. We are talking about a people who had the Ark of the Covenant with them. People who had seen God work in mysterious ways, plaguing Pharaoh, parting the Red Sea, conquering kingdoms, and handing over entire territories to them. But then, one single man threatening them and mocking the same God who walked them out of Egypt with a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. And they shrunk. King Saul hid. Eliab with all his soldiers' armor and pride, although he wouldn't admit it, but he was scared to face the giants. All the professional and trained warriors of Israel hid. They loved their lives more than they loved God. So they refused to step out and defend the name of the Lord, which was being defamed by the Philistine army. But thank God for the anointed, unprofessional David, upon whom the Spirit of God rested with boldness. Others saw a giant. David saw a bird. He got furious. Who is this person, whoever he thinks he is, to speak against the Lord my God or challenge him in such a way? Eliab placed himself side by side with Goliath and saw himself as no match. He was already defeated in his mind and in his faith, even before trying. But David roared. He said to Goliath, "I come to you in the name of the Lord, the God of Israel." Who was David? A shepherd boy? And who was Goliath? A terror. David knew he didn't stand a chance. He knew he was no match. But, oh boy, I will place you side by side with my God, because I know that this battle is his. I will not sit or run or watch you insult my God. I will stand up and fight and let the Lord use me as an instrument for your downfall, because he that is in me is greater than he that is in the world. Goliath laughed. What an insult, Saul. Is this all you've got? A boy? Come on, they set you up. This felt like a joke, a comic show. He snorted in pride and ego. But it happened like a flash, like lightning. The stone left David's hand and landed with the weight of a bullet on Goliath's forehead. He fell. The crowd grew silent. David, a small lad, but with the mighty Spirit of God in him, did to Goliath what he had done to the lion and the bear that tried attacking his sheep. He had the heart of a shepherd. Do not mess with my flocks. An anointed king in the making. He knew Israel was his people and his responsibility. So he said to Goliath, do not mess with my people, the people of God. Eliab, the unanointed professional, and then David, the anointed unprofessional. These two are a powerful contrast of what happens when fear and faith stand side by side. Ask yourself, are you Eliab or are you David? But the truth is, if there is no fear, then there won't be need for faith. I mean, if it's something you can handle, deal with or solve, why would you be afraid or uncertain about it? Eliab, the professional, mentally placed himself next to Goliath for comparison and saw him as an awesome giant. David, in contrast, was a man of active faith. He mentally placed Goliath next to the God of Israel and saw the Philistine as a midget. God is not saying you should never be scared or have doubts. He's only saying act in faith, even in fear. Problems will arise. Challenges are part of our existence as humans. They won't stop. Problems don't care who you are, not how anointed you are, not how exposed, intelligent, or timid you are. They will come hard, unexpected and suddenly, just to challenge your faith in God. But it is you, through either faith or fear, who determines if the problem is going to swallow you or if your God is going to swallow the problem and its roots. It falls back to what you place beside the problem, you or God. Great achievers are not known to be fearless, but they are certainly not known to be faithless. Running away happens a lot when we downplay God, when we no longer rate His power, His might, and His faithfulness. When we become proud and arrogant like Eliab, who didn't want to engage in a battle that won't bring him glory. To the soldiers and warriors of Israel, it didn't even look like a battle for God. But remember, whatever challenges you, challenges God. Because He gave you this life. He gave you the idea and the vision for the business, the career, the ministry. They saw the battle as theirs. They wanted the glory. They wanted the crowd to cheer and praise their strength and resilience. They never paused to ask, what if God wants this very glory? What if the only testimony God wanted to hear was, God did it. He sent help from above and delivered us from our strong enemies, those who were stronger than us, the giants and the Philistines. And I will leave you with this. If you know who your God is, you would never downplay His power and might in your life. If you know who your God is, you will see every battle that comes your way as His battle, because the idea and the vision came from Him first. Any challenge to you is a challenge to your God. Any battle to you is a battle to Him. If you're not proud, if you're sure of your belief in God, if you truly believe that He is bigger than every problem, then you will place Him and not you side by side with every trouble, every worry, every circumstance, and every challenge that comes your way.